What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX 1 for the PC in this playthrough particular. As you see, we're doing London Underground, and yeah, this level's sick. I actually really dig this level. I like the aspect of the underground kind of subway feel that kind of weird to think of, like, oh, I'm riding my bike through a weird abandoned tunnel underground system. I think that's pretty cool, and I believe that Letting My Nuts Go already ported this to Thug Pro, so that should be on THPSX.com. I think he's done most, if not all, Matt Hoffman levels for PlayStation 1, Dreamcast, PC, // He's been all over it. So yeah, check those out if you want to play those on Thug Pro. They're perfect levels for Thug Pro. I think they're really fun. But anyway, I just wanted to get back on the topic of the last video where I discussed the time management. I'm just really bad at time management. I used to have a really good set schedule for my own stuff. And I want to go back as far as high school, when I first started doing these videos in high school. I don't know if anyone knew that, but back in 2012, I was a junior. I must have been I want to say I was definitely either a sophomore going into junior year or just junior year, because it was 2012. I graduated in 2014. Yeah, anyway, so when I was doing them in high school, and just to give perspective of how my time management has changed over the years, in high school it would be all night. It would just be nights, because I would do live commentary at the time, especially when I would be recording with Carly. I would be recording just different videos with her because she was usually awake at night. I think it was definitely in the summer. It must have been in the summer, sophomore to junior year, because I'm remembering a lot of like 3 a.m. nights. But yeah, it'd be live commentary. So I don't remember what I used to record back then. I think I must have used DX Story, or oh my god, what other programs were there? I don't think I ever used Fraps. Fraps was always garbage. I must have just been using DX Story. I remember something else though. Well, no, because I used the capture card. I was capturing off my Xbox and PS2 and stuff like that. Must have been just my 360 at the time, because it was my 2X playthrough with the Easy Cap. Whatever. I'm forgetting a lot of things. I'm remembering them as I'm talking about them. But my time management back then was like, I'm got the whole evening to myself to play video games, but I'm not going to record it. I'm just going to wait until nighttime when no one's awake and or around, similar to what I do now, and record Let's Plays, which I found fun. I found really fun. And at that time, my parents were working a different work schedule where they would be gone from like 5 a.m. until like 2 or 3 p.m. in the afternoon. So what I'd do is I'd get up super early in the summer, probably like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. I'd have my coffee, as you could probably see or hear in most of my videos back then. I was always drinking coffee because I was always awake in the fucking morning. So there's a running gag to my coffee was always garbage, because it really was garbage, I'll tell you that right now. So yeah, time management was easier back then because I had set times when I knew no one was around, and I could do it right then and there, and I could upload it no time, because I had all that free time when people were around. So blah blah blah, you know what I'm going for. Moving on to when I got a job, I was working 1:30 p.m. to super late at night. When I got home from work, I could easily, because no one was awake, because everyone was asleep, I could either stream or I could record. I usually streamed. There was a huge period of time, like maybe a 3-month period, where I streamed every fucking day. It was great, because I felt as though I was finally getting a good schedule and I was finally providing content. But then my YouTube channel lacked because I was focusing so much on Twitch, because I would prefer to do stuff on Twitch. But then I really missed YouTube, and then I just realized that I'm digging myself a hole somewhere else, but I'm, doing so well somewhere else. So it's like, I guess I got discouraged, and I was like, well, I don't want to do any of it. Like, I don't think that was what I thought, but then I just stopped. I don't know what the fuck happened. And that just seems to be the running gag with how my mind works, I guess. How it used to work anyway. So I had some time when I got out of work, because again, nobody was around. But then when I got the new job, which was pretty recently, it was March of this year, I started working mornings into the evenings. So I was working, I still am, 8:30 in the morning to 5 o'clock. So when I leave for work, people are home. When I get home from work, people are home. So the only time I am restricted to doing things comfortably, I know that some people would find that kind of weird, be like, why do you do Let's Plays if you're not comfortable talking around other people? It's a social anxiety thing. I don't know. I'm sure people will understand where I'm coming from. Honestly, if you haven't done Let's Plays before and you're kind of thinking, well, that's dumb, I would suggest trying to do it, unless you live alone. I don't live alone, by the way. I don't. So it's a social anxiety thing. So anyway, I'm restricted to nights. So at night, I'm kind of stuck with, well, do I stream or do I record? It's like, well, I can't do both, because if I record, then I have to upload a video, which means I can't fucking stream. But I could probably work out a system that I'm working out in my head as I'm talking, where, if I bulk record the gameplay during the times that I know I can't commentate, just like I did with this game, where I just sat down and played through Matt Hoffman, then I could edit it in the free time when I know I can't commentate, just as I did here. And then when I'm ready, or when I can commentate, I'll commentate a good chunk of them, and then produce the videos and blah blah blah. And then on the nights I know I have videos ready or whatever, I can stream. See, that's a perfect world. It's a perfect world thinking that, oh, he's gonna have content every day and that he'll stream every day. That's what I want. Trust me, that's what I fucking want, where I can actually provide content, or I can just stream. I love streaming, and I love doing the Let's Plays. But man, it's definitely dedication. And I'm never going to deny that I either lack or I don't have enough dedication to it. As it's not really a source of income. So I don't have the dedication, and I could quit my job and be like, well, now it's a source of income because I got nothing else. I could force that upon myself, but why would I do that? Why would I absolutely do that? I'd have to be fucking stupid to do that, and I'm not gonna do that. But as much as I love doing YouTube and Twitch, I'm really bad at dedicating my time to it. And I hate going the long periods of time without content, but it usually means that I'm focusing on life, or it could very well mean my focus is being put elsewhere, which it has been for so long, because it's just been a constant, I don't know, I want to say battle, but it really hasn't been a battle. It's been more of an exploration of sorts, where I've been just exploring different game files, and I've been exploring different things, trying to deconstruct things, trying to learn things. And it's all I think about at work is when I'm sitting there at my desk and I'm like, man, I really want to see what's within this game's files. So then I'm thinking about it all day at work, and I finally got it to work, and go to my desk finally at home. I open the game's files and I spend literally hours upon hours, like 8 to 10 hours after work, just digging through this stuff, reading forums, and just enjoying my research. I may not do jack shit with that stuff, but it's really interesting to read in case I ever encounter similar file types or structures again. So that's honestly been my focus for the past like couple months, is going home and just decompiling these things that I really am interested in seeing, because it seems like the flow of ideas just never stops for me. It's always, well, I haven't looked into this game yet, I should probably do that. And I just have folders upon folders of things that are decompiled and not decompiled and unusable files. It's fun. It's so much fun, because if I ever decide that I want to do something with them, I have them. And I know, and I have a basic knowledge of what they are and what they do. I don't want to spoil things, but I mean, for the past, like, this whole week, every single fucking day when I get home from work, it's been working on 2 separate projects for the same thing, and it's for Thug Pro, where I've been trying to use the GTA tools that are developed for 3ds Max, which I know very little to nothing about, in getting them exported as OBJs, because an OBJ can be used within Blender, which can be used with the Tony Hawk tools and stuff like that. So I've been sitting at my desk for like 10 to 12 hours. Honestly, I don't stop once I start. I'd sit there and read and read and read, hoping that I can finally do it. And, there's a lot of trial and error. There's a lot of stupidity that goes on, because either I'm skimming too fast through a forum post and I miss a major part, or I'm just not paying attention, which is very likely. I'm not going to deny that. Sorry, I'm yawning. It's late. I think you kind of picked up on that. But I've been working on that for all week, on and off. And the other project I keep alternating with, when I hit a wall with the other one, I go to this one, and it's the Lego Island 2 files. I grew up playing Lego Island 2. So I was like, what the fuck do their files look like? I never even thought, because usually when it's a really old game, they're really easy to decompile. 3D games, not so much. I had a lot of luck with some of them, like the Goofy game. As Synthetic said on his channel, I ended up actually converting those and making them work into Thug Pro, which I haven't done entirely yet. Trust me, that's on the back burner. But sometimes you get really lucky with these file types, because they're either really budget titles and the compression is like next to none, or the 3D models are just raw 3D files, like the ones in Goofy were ACE files. They're an ASCII format, so it was easy to take that format and convert it to something usable within a modern program such as Blender. With the case with Lego Island, a lot of research was already done into the file types for that game, but it was used in a manner where it wasn't meant to be on a modern 3D modeling program, I suppose, because there's tools to convert the meshes, and there's tools to view the textures. They're all TGA. I don't think there's any. Now there is a decompiling. But the thing is that the mesh converters don't convert the textures. So you have all these meshes that are sometimes not even correct, and there's no textures being exported alongside them. Usually when you export something as an OBJ, inside the OBJ file, it links to the material file, which has the textures and blah, blah, blah. But in these OBJ files converted from this multiple versions of software that converts the MSH, which is the Lego Island 2 mesh format, into an OBJ, it doesn't make that file. And inside the OBJ, it references nothing regarding it. just, I don't know. It's just really irritating. And I finally hit a wall on both projects where I was like, okay, I have nothing else to try. I've exhausted all my options. So I left forum posts on both of the modding forums, hoping that somebody would steer me in the direction. Because fuck, I know when I hit a wall, and I'm pretty sure I hit a pretty hard wall here. But yeah, today's project, since I hit that wall, I actually, if you guys ever played that Etnies Street Sesh game, it was like a Flash game in the early 2000s, not early 2000s, but kind of late 2000, I don't even know. Definitely before 2010, I would say. So I looked into that, and weirdly enough, you can just download the straight up Shockwave Flash file, the DCD. Was it DCD? No, it wasn't DCD. It was a different format. Something else. And you can decompile that, but it's a crapshoot with those files whether they'd be usable or not. They decompiled into 3D files, which, viewing them, they look like mesh files, which they are, but they're not usable or convertible in modern software, which is really stupid. I haven't hit a wall with that one yet, but I'm sure I'll hit a wall eventually. I want to just mess with that game. It's kind of silly. Anyway, I'm going to cut the video right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX. I babbled and rambled and blah. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take it easy.